When I first got the call, I was kind of speechless. I didn't really know what to say. So he was like, "Hey, this is the Chiefs calling." I was like, "Okay, hey, what's up?" I didn't really know what to do, but got off the phone and turned around. My family was ecstatic, so kind of just hugged them all, and it was just an amazing moment.
Just talk about building up to this moment. You've had such a great career at East Stroudsburg, setting all sorts of records. You kind of knew there was a chance you were going to get this call, but just talk about the work you put into this.
I mean, East Stroudsburg, probably the best four and a half years of my life. I had the greatest teammates, best coaches I could ask for. Then after, I signed up with an agent and worked out for 6 months straight, going 5, then 6 times a week, and got with the quarterback coach, Chris Johnston. He cleaned up my footwork and all that for my pro day. That was at Temple, and it's just been a long journey, and happy that it finally paid off.
Now, Kansas City obviously has established quarterback in Alex Smith, backups that have been well known. Aaron Murray, we had a great college career. They're bringing in Hogan from Stanford. But Andy Reid's a quarterback's guy, so to invite you, that's quite an impressive accomplishment. Did you take it that way? You say, here's a coach that knows about quarterbacks, and he's inviting me. Talk about that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing honor to even be thought of in the same category with those guys. And I'm going over there to compete, so I'm going to watch what they have to do, probably take some of their game and try to fit it into my own and just compete.
And just talk about your career. Went like in a blink of an eye. I know I ran into you when you were redshirting and you were going nuts because you couldn't play. But, boy, did you make up for it.
Yeah, that was a tough year, redshirting. I think we were 3-8 that year, so it was tough watching like a bunch of losses here and there. And I don't know, when I first hit that field, I didn't look back. Great 4 years, and unbelievable is probably the word to use. I didn't even dream of the statistics and accolades and even the teammates that I would be throwing to and be dropping back behind.
And just talk about, at what point did you realize you knew you could compete at that Division II level when you went in there? You knew that right away. When did you realize that this could be taken to the next level?
It was probably around my sophomore year, about 3 or 4 games in, that scouts actually started coming by the practices, and I'd be like, "Hey, who are they? Who are they here for?" And they were here for Steve Jones, our tight end that was on the team. And the one practice, my quarterback's coach said, "Hey, they're here for you. Have a good practice." So, I mean, it was probably around my sophomore year that it really sank in that this might not be the last time I get to play football. I might be able to continue it.
Just talk about what being a quarterback means to the Soltes family. Your father played at East Stroudsburg. Your older brother Andy played here. You replaced him, then Tyler replaced you. Just talk about the lineage of quarterback play in your family.
Yeah, you could pretty much say it runs in the family. My dad, he was at East Stroudsburg in '82. He got a career-ending injury, but yeah. Then my older brother he played quarterback all throughout the little leagues, all the way up to high school, and then I followed him. Tyler followed me. It means that's what we're taught in our families, how to throw the ball. And I mean, whether it's with authority, with touch, or anything, that's all we do is throw the ball. So it means a lot that we all play the same position, and hopefully keep it going with our kids.
And obviously, when you were here at Vernon, you did a lot. You played quarterback. You punted it. You could still have punting in your future, if the quarterback thing doesn't work out, right? Just talk about all the things you had to do here, and that helped you become a complete player.
I think playing here helped me out because, I mean, you don't get a rest. First of all, you're on the field 24/7. It helps out with working out that much, and it meant the world to me that I could play on this field. And I mean, no player likes to lose snaps, so I tried to be out there as much as I could, doing whatever I could. I think at one point I was kicking and kick returning, but it did mean the world to me.
And we talked off camera. You guys didn't have the best of record here, but Coach Tepper was a big influence on you. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, he never gave up. We were 1-9 our junior year, 4-6 our senior, but you know, a bunch of guys could have packed it in and said, "All right, the season's done." But I mean, we kept at it, played every game to the last play, and I got a load of respect for him.
Yeah, I might be more excited than he is. Never had anything like this. So super excited for him and his family. They deserve this. They deserve a shot, and I'm glad he's getting it.
When he was coming out of high school, You guys had struggled a little bit record-wise, but he had all the credentials. There was no doubt in your mind he was going to be excellent on the next level as far as college. But just talk about what he did from college to get to here.
From college to get to where he is now, well, just following his college career too, because we got out there to Stroudsburg at least once a year, even with our schedule. So seeing him develop in college was amazing. I mean, to say that we gave him the basics might be a stretch a little bit. So, Coach Terwilliger got him, and boy, they did some great stuff out there, Coach Dowd and everybody. So it's just been great. It's been great since he took over as a sophomore. He commanded the huddle like nobody I've ever seen. Like the leadership, I talked about that to people, the leadership that he has, the work ethic he has. He's going to get a shot with the talent level, which I think he's going to be fine with. But those other things are going to be excellent for him. So it's been an awesome ride watching him the whole way through, and I'm excited. I got my fingers crossed, and I'm hoping for the best for him and his family.
And just talk about, obviously, this weekend, it's a tryout. There's other opportunities down the road, possibly with other teams. Just talk about what happens after this weekend for you. Hopefully, the Chiefs call you back.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first thing I'm hoping for is hopefully to get signed by and make the team. But, going to Andy Reid's team, he's a quarterback guru. He makes coaches, he makes quarterbacks, and his coaching tree is out of this world. And he knows a bunch of guys, so I'm looking to make a great first impression, hopefully make the team. And if not, hopefully that'll open up doors for me later down the road.